Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about something that a lot of people wonder about, and I wondered heavily about this when I first started dipping. So if you're at the beginning of your dipping journey or anywhere in your dipping or nail journey and you're curious about this, then I'm hoping that I can answer a few questions for you. This is the topic of what's the best clear dip powder. There's a lot of controversy. Everybody says, oh, this one's so great, it's crystal clear, looks like glass, whatever. So we done some little science experimenting, and what brought me on to do this was I saw a little advertisement for something. I'll show you that in 1 second. But the clears that I have and that I've tried and that I've used in this little experiment is I have Sparkle & Co. They're clear. It's called DP90 Crystal Clear. Then I have Azure Dip Powder, and theirs is just called Transparent. And now I put this little sticky note on this little note on here that says glitter. This means that this is the dip I use when I'm clear capping over glitters. So I got a little bit of glitter mixed in there, because you want to have one clear for glitters and one clear for solids, so you don't get, because you don't want to accidentally get a glitter in the middle of your solid, you know. So this is the one I use for glitter. So it didn't come that way. It just came with the word transparent on top of it. And again, this is from Azure, which is an off-brand. Then I have Model 1s. I have their clear, and it's just number 01. That's just their clear dip. Then I have Unibauti. They're clear. This just came in like a little kit that I had. So this is also not a name brand, just an off-brand kind. And then I had actually reached out to Marla Chris and the other lady. Her cat just had kittens. What's her name? Toby and Carol. Yes, Carol. I had reached out to her, and I had asked both of them who they would recommend for the best clear dip, because I was so confused who has the best clear dip. So Carol had actually, Marla Chris didn't reply, but Carol had got back to me and told me that she felt Manny Boss was the best clear in her opinion. So I went and got Manny Boss clear dip powder. So then I saw an ad on, I believe, Instagram, and this is what it read. It was from the Tickled Pink people. I saw it on JV Nail Journey on her page, and it was from the Tickled Pink people, and they have a clear that's called Ice Queen. And their little statement that they have for it here says, Tickled Pink Ice Queen was carefully formulated to officially be the clearest core powder on the market. Don't believe us? See for yourself. This acrylic powder dries as clear as a liquid gel with absolutely no yellowing. It's strong and durable and dual purpose. You may use it to sculpt, cap, or dip. We promise there's nothing else like it. That really caught my attention when I read that. So I ran out and ordered it. And here it is. Well, we shall open it up. It came with super cute little packaging, super cute little pink peanuts, and it was wrapped up good in here. And came with this, well, if I can get it out, adorable little pink llama, Can't beat that. And I also ordered some of their cuticle oil. I like cuticle oil, so I ordered some of that. So let's see. I was thinking I was going to see the price on here. I do not remember the price, guys. Even here on the little sheet, ordering sheet, it says, you know, core powder, ice queen, clearest acrylic on earth. So, and a lot of you guys might not know, but dip powder is acrylic. They're all acrylic. Okay. And then, like I said, I got her little cuticle oil, which don't have anything to do with this little experiment that I was working on, but it looked so luxurious. Everything on their website looks very luxury-like. This is Tickled Pink Cosmetics Cuticle Oil infused with real cherry blossoms from Japan. Yeah, don't get no better than that. Is that not so cool? It's a 1 ounce jar, a bottle with a dropper. So, but apparently, you know, infused with real cherry blossoms from Japan. So, I'll move some of these over. Let's see how it smells. I'm sure it smells amazing. It looks amazing. I know this don't have anything to do with the little test we're trying out, but I just wanted to try this too. Oh wow, that smells amazing. Wow, that smell is yummy. It's very nice and oily. Soaks in nice too. Ooh, I like it. This might be one of my new favorites. But like I said, everything on their website seems very luxury lined, and it does come with a luxury price tag. So that's up to you if you're looking for luxury or not. And again, that's from a company called Tickled Pink. And I don't know, I was a little bit confused if that's a company that JV Nail Journey started, because it seems like she's like heavily into it, and but I couldn't find out any info if like it's her company or she just really likes them. I couldn't figure it out for sure. Okay, so this is the Tickled Pink Core Powder Ice Queen Clearest Clear Acrylic Powder. So there's that. We'll open it up and look at it. This is what she looks like, of course. Now, you know, clear dips, they look white, but, you know, they're clear. And we'll just open up like this Manny Boss and compare. They look identical. Actually, the Manny Boss one looks a little bit whiter than this one does. And I tried them out also as comparing as like to how soft they are, or how kind of grainy feeling they are. This Tickled Pink is very soft, very pillowy soft, if you want to call it that. One of the best ones that I tried as far as easy to pour over and work with and all that kind of stuff was the Sparkle & Co. Theirs was really awesome. It's very powdery, thinly milled, whatever you want to call it. So it's the Sparkle & Co. was great, and so was the Azure. You know, I know it's just this off-brand thing, but it was extremely soft and easy to work with, and very powdery, milled perfectly. So let's get on into the real test. And it comes in this 2 ounce jar. You get a 2 ounce jar, which is good size. And the jar, even the jar looks very fancy. So if you just, you know, want fancy stuff sitting around, then that's a way to go too. So there is 6 clears that were put to the test. I done 2 different tests. I put them over black dip powder. This is number 14, which is a black from Unibouti. So that was where we started at. And this is the black right here with a gel top coat. A gel, because they claim, oh, this dries as clear as gel. So let me see if that extra light helps any. Okay, so this is it. This is the control, I guess you could call it, with gel. So we're going to compare that to Mani Boss. I see no difference. No, I see no difference. If you do, please tell me. This had a light on it. Well, I got a new thing and I'm still trying to figure out how to work it. And I thought it had a light on it, but maybe not. Oh well. Well, maybe I'm supposed to charge this. I just realized it's got a little charging thing on the side of it. I didn't charge it. I didn't know I was supposed to. Okay. Maybe that's why it don't work. Okay. So comparing between the control of the gel and the Mani Boss, I see no difference. On the Mani Boss, I don't see any granules. I don't see any streakiness. Nothing that would make it a bad clear. Okay, so that was the Mani Boss. Now let's try the Sparkle & Co. Ignore the kitty cat hairs. That was not part of the test. Kitty cat hairs were all mine. It's got a little bit of dust on it from sitting around on my desk. But I don't want you to think that's part, like white granules on it or something, because it's not. So that was the Sparkle & Co. Okay, now this one is Azure. This one is Unibouti.
Manson had a following of dozens and dozens of people, and they were living in this place called the Spawn Ranch.
This one accidentally broke it, but it was the Model 1, so I kind of taped it back together there. It's hanging on by a leg, I guess. We can still compare it, though.
Susan Atkins, who was one of Manson's followers, was in a women's correctional facility in LA County.
That was Model 1s. And then here is the tickled pink one. Remember, this is the luxury one, an expensive luxury one.
With the revelation that Charles Manson and the family are responsible, it's all a play, isn't it? Investigators re-examined the cases of Jane Doe 59 and Marina Hava. And there are connections.
So I don't know if you guys picked up and noticed anything like I did when going over this. They're all the same. They are all the same. So all of these clears performed exactly the same. Whether they were bottom of the barrel, cheap, came with the cheapest Amazon kit, or whether they were top of the line, luxury, expensive, they all done the same. Like if you look at them, you don't see any white crystals. You don't see anything that, was like, oh, that's a bad white, or bad clear to use. Because, sometimes, or what I've heard is clears will look grainy, or you'll have little white specks all over. And I think people get that from not dusting off the nail good enough. I don't think it has anything to do with the quality of their clear. So we have all of these right here. Let me see if turn that light down or out makes any difference. Does that help? Does that make it better? I think that makes it better. But anyway, I just want you guys to have plenty of light to be able to see. So I think this actually makes it better. If you look, you can't tell which one was the name brand one and which one was the cheap one. They absolutely performed the same. Okay, so that was the blacks, and I thought, let me try it over just one more thing, because I had another little curiosity in my brain. So I got the September 2021 Fall Glitz from Sparkle & Co. And this is a gorgeous sparkle that they had out last fall. I mean, it was stunning. I wore it, and everybody loved it. Look at all those glitters in it. Because that's another complaint that people have, is they have clears that kind of dull out their glitter. They don't want to put clear on top of their glitter nails because the clear is going to dull out the glitter, and then you won't be able to see the glitter anymore. So I said, well, let's try that then. We'll see how that goes. So here's the control one. This is it with just a gel on top. So this is it with just a gel. So we're going to compare that to, first up, Sparkle & Co.
Police learn of another incident that might help them connect the dots.
Okay.
An incident that happened only
Next up, Una Bounty.
An incident involving two Manson family members, John Hott and Bruce Davis.
John Hott was a 22-year-old who was nicknamed Zero in the Manson family.
Bruce Davis.
Next up is Model 1s.
Were in jail together for destruction of federal property, and they were released at the same time.
These guys and a number of Manson followers were squatting at a house in Venice Beach.
The story here from all of them is that Bruce Davis is in the back.
Next up is Azure.
Sees a gun that happens to be on a nightstand. John Hott decides to pick it up and play Russian roulette.
Next up is Manny Boss.
When police got there that night, they thought that the death of John Hott was suspicious. The gun was fully loaded. Nobody plays Russian roulette with a fully loaded gun.
And when they looked at the gun for fingerprints, Bruce Davis tells
And next up is the luxurious, expensive Tickled Pink.
Active who responded and took the statements from everyone. Everybody admits to hearing the gunshot. There was a gunshot wound to the head. Nobody else is offering a different story based on those statements. The detective.
So let's put them all together and see what we can gather from that. See if you guys picked up on what I picked up on.
John Hott both knew about Tate LaBianca. It's very possible that Bruce Davis thought that John Hott was going to be a huge liability.
Okay, here's all of them.
The possibility of Bruce Davis killing John Hott gives credence.
Anybody notice any differences? Now, don't say that this is like, oh, that one's different, or what? Like there's a little patch missing right there. I only put I think I dipped in these. I don't think I poured them. No, I did. I poured them over. So some of them didn't catch. That one didn't catch quite as much there, and that one didn't catch quite as much there. Has nothing to do with the clear. That's just there wasn't as much that little bare spot's just where as much didn't pour over. Didn't catch as much. But anyway, we're just comparing what, whether it killed our sparkles or not. So, from what I gathered, they're all the same. If you asked me to pick out which one had the bad clear over it, I wouldn't be able to pick one. And if you asked me to pick out which one had the good quality, expensive clear put over it, I wouldn't be able to pick it either. They are all the same. So what I think I've gathered from this little experiment and this little trying is that clear dip powder is just clear dip powder. I think they're pretty universal across the board, just like activator is. You can't say, who has the best activator? Well, they're all pretty much the same. They're not different qualities such as like base bond and stuff like that. And I think the clear dips seem to be in that same boat. They're all just about the same. I'm just going to leave that broken one out of the loop. He's hard to hold. So I think what it comes down to is your application. When you go in, you get a nice even coat of base bond, and then cover your nail, and then let it dry before you start brushing off or anything. And then when you brush off, use a stiff bristled brush and brush off to where there's no little granules left behind. I think that's where people get messed up, thinking that they have bought themselves a bad clear or a not so clear. I think it's just comes from application, which there's nothing wrong with that. We've all been there. We've all had to learn. We all had to start from the beginning, so it's just a learning process. But this little experiment really opened my eyes after I jumped and bought that expensive one, just to find out it's really no better than the same one I got out of a cheap Amazon kit. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you have any one that you think is the best clear in the world, I'll be happy to give it a try as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.